hopefully this is live and only a minute late. If you are on and seeing me and hearing me, please let me know so that I know we're good to go here. Looks like we might be online, but I'd love to know who's here. Oh, I got a heart. Rachel! Thank you for being here, my friend. As people join in, please announce yourself. Let us know you're here and where you're watching from. Renee, welcome. I will try to keep up with comments as much as possible. Just know there's usually a little delay between when you write the comment and when I'll be able to read the comment. But I'll be trying to watch those. Glad you are both here, my friends. Wonderful. I know we have a few more people who were planning on being here with us tonight. If you were planning to be here and couldn't make it, or maybe you weren't even planning to be here, like some of my friends from Tallahassee, that's right, I've got some friends down in the Sunshine State tuning in. You can always watch this on replay and you can comment there as well. I'll still see that and I'll still respond to that, so feel free. I love for this to be as interactive as possible, so ask questions, let me know what you like, and interact with one another too. You can like one another's comments and reply to those as well. All right, so we'll go ahead and get started. This is a double catalog launch. So Happy New Year, belated Happy New Year. With that comes both a spring, what I call a spring catalog. It's really called the June to January 2021 mini catalog, but that's a little boring. And it's basically a spring catalog about all of the occasions and seasonal elements of spring. So I'm gonna share that with you first. Thanks, Rachel. Happy New Year to you too. And then I'm going to share with you our Sale-A-Bration Catalog, and that is sort of what it sounds like. I know that's a made-up word, but it is a catalog for Stampin' Up's annual sale. So once a year in the past, this year they're actually going to do it twice a year, so it'll be a biannual sale. They do this promotion where you can earn completely free product, and so we'll talk about that. Definitely stay tuned to that. I can tell you how you can do that and you'll see what you can earn. They are exclusive products that you can only get this special way, this special time. So here we go. Like I said, we're going to start with the spring catalog. So here it is. You can tell it's been much loved by me already. We're going to go through some of these notes together. So yeah, let's go ahead. All right, so I was going to say 1, but really it's page 3 because they count the cover and then this page here. So page 3 is a great place to start. It lists the kits, which we're going to talk about in a minute. Sorry, this is probably hard to see. I'll be posting a PDF hopefully right after this tonight, if not tomorrow. Hey Mom, I'm glad you could join. I'll be posting PDFs of both catalogs so that way you can look through them. And then I also have hard copies if you like to actually hold it in your hands and hold it up close. That can be helpful, so let me know and I can get you one of those. But this lists the kits, the suites, which we'll go through, the bundles, we'll talk about what those are, the catalog at a glance reference page, that's at the back, we'll get to that, but that's a great way to see everything in the catalog in like a thumbnail view so you can get a kind of bird's eye view of the catalog. And then we'll talk at the end a little bit about the host and join, I think I combined those words, host and join opportunities. But you'll see these icons if you're looking through the catalog, and these are something I definitely want to mention. They're for all the social media that Stampin' Up has. So I have my own social media, which I'd love for you all to be following, like this Facebook page. I have, let's see, Instagram, Twitter, my blog, a YouTube channel, Pinterest, and Reddit, although I'm not on there very often. But all the others I'd love for you guys to follow. But then you can also follow Stampin' Up on YouTube, Pinterest, Facebook, and Instagram, and they have a lot of great inspiration. So if you see things you like but you have no idea what you would do with them, those are great places to go, or ask me. I'm happy to help you with that. That's really fun for me. Hey sister, glad you could be here. And I see there's a couple other folks maybe that haven't had a chance to say hello yet, so please let us know you're here. Please interact throughout. Your comments may be delayed, but I will certainly get to them because I love feeling like I'm not just sitting here alone in the room talking to myself. All right, so kits. I said that would be the first thing we'll talk about. These, I find, are probably the most accessible way to get into crafting. So if you're someone, and I hear this almost every time I talk to someone about crafts, if you're someone who would say, I'm not a crafter, or you know, I just don't really know what to do, or I don't have a lot of time, or maybe you travel a lot, maybe not right now, but maybe normally you do, then kits are great because it's everything you need ready to go. Sorry, I'm shaking my camera, I'm getting so excited. I've done them in the car. I always say not as the driver, of course, but as the passenger. I've had a lot of fun doing them in the car. So there's 4 kinds of kits. So the first one is the all-inclusive product or project kit. And that is, like I said, everything you need all ready to go, nothing you would need to add to it. It even comes with the adhesive you need. You don't need scissors because it's all pre-cut for you. Then there's the semi-inclusive project kits, and that is everything, again, all cut for you and ready to go. By the way, these all include instructions, or you can do your own thing. The only thing that the semi-inclusive don't include usually are things like a stamp set, but there'll be a coordinating stamp set that you can have go with the kit if you'd like, and then ink and adhesive. I think that's all. And then there's product assortments, or what have been called in the past product medleys. That is without instructions, but it's all coordinating product. Again, you'll get a lot of pre-cut elements, but that is more if you're ready to sort of start exploring, doing your own thing, maybe some of the things you've seen on social media or you've done in classes with me. And then there's the subscription kits. So these are called paper pumpkin kits, and I love these. I talk about them all the time. I know my mom loves them, my sister loves them. Everyone who I've introduced these to loves them. Because it's everything you need in this little box, and it's a surprise every month. So you can sign up for 1 month, 3 months, 6 months, 12 months, which you can all prepay for, and that's a great way to earn Sale-A-Bration items, which we'll talk about when we get to that catalog. Or you can pay as you go, and you can always suspend if there's a month you aren't interested, or you can cancel completely if it's not a good time for you to continue, and then you can always sign back up later. But these are actually going to be featured in my spring classes. So I'm doing virtual paper pumpkin parties, which I did back in July. I know my mom and sister and Renee were there, as well as some others who might be joining on here later. And that's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to do the fourth Saturday of every month, and so you'll just let me know by the first few days of the month. I'll send evites that'll say exactly when I need to know by so that I can order this for you, because they ship on the 10th of the month. And that's why we'll wait till the end of the month, again the fourth Saturday of the month, to make these together virtually. So that should be a lot of fun, and I'll show you some alternative projects you can do besides just what the instructions tell you to do in those kits. And there'll always be a prize, as I always have at my events. There'll be prizes I'll talk about tonight. So stay tuned to the end, or if you really want to, if you're watching this on replay, you can skip to the end now to find out what those are and then come back. All right, so that's kits. So we've got some new kits in this catalog. This one's my favorite, so I just wanted to show you. This is one of the all-inclusive kits, and it reminds me, I'm not going to think of the word, of course, right now, but those, terrariums, maybe that's the word, that you put like succulents and things like that in. I feel like that's what some of these elements, like, I don't know if you can see there, they almost look like gems, but I feel like that's to hold like the flowers and things like that in this kit. So I just think that's really beautiful. It comes with a box. These all-inclusive kits always do. You can see one on my shelf back there to keep all your supplies in. And you get the stamp set and the ink spot and a block, so you're all set to go. Glad you like that, Rachel. All right, so that's kits. The next thing that was in that like table of contents were sweets. So I'm going to quickly highlight each of the sweets in this new catalog. There are 8, I believe. We'll see, count as we go. And keep in mind that some of these things I'm talking about are going to be answers to these scavenger hunts that I'll be posting at the end of this event, along with the catalog PDF, so you can look back through, find the answers to those scavenger hunts. And that's one prize I'll go ahead and mention now. If you play the scavenger hunt, points equal entries to win a catalog. So if you win the mini catalog scavenger hunt, you'll get one of these hard copy. If you win the Sale-A-Bration Catalog scavenger hunt, you'll get a hard copy of that, and you can win both. Okay, so this is the start of the Valentine's Day portion of the catalog. So this is the Love You Always suite, which I just think is really elegant. I love, love, love. This shows you all the elements of it. This black and white paper, which you could use any of our coloring tools like watercolor pencils, blender pens, just even ink. I know there are others I'm forgetting. Oh, the markers. So many ways you could color this paper in, or you could just leave it really classy black and white. And you've got a lot of other beautiful like metallic and black and white elements in this suite. It's a mega suite, so it comes with 2 bundles of a stamp set and dies. So that's another thing I mentioned earlier. We talk about bundles. We'll talk about that real quickly now. So bundles are when 2 or more products are bundled together to save money. So usually it's a stamp set and a tool like a punch or dies, and when those are bundled together, if you buy them both at the same time in the bundle, you save 10%. So I always want you guys to know about the deals if you're interested. All right, let's see what I marked next. So we got lots of Valentine's Day here. This I thought was really clever. So do you guys remember back in elementary school, I don't know if your school did this, but my school did something where we would make mailboxes for Valentine's every year, and I had so much fun doing that. The crafter in me was alive and well even at that young age. And then you'd have Valentine's you'd pass out to your classmates, right? So Stampin' Up, I feel like, seized that opportunity, and you could use these with kids, but they're pretty, I think, even just for adults. Even if you aren't in school making mailboxes to pass out Valentine's. It's also a deal. So it's called the Sweet Little Valentine's Cards and More. You get to make 10 cards. You can see there's at least 4, it looks like 4 different designs here. And it's only 10 bucks. 10 bucks for 10 cards. I can't think of the last time I went to the store and saw a card that was $1. and you get to say you made it yourself. So that is something you could combine a stamp set with, but some of the things like this big loved on here is already part of it. So you wouldn't even necessarily need more, but you could add embellishments, like they've added some ribbon and sequins or gems and things like that. But you could just have real simple cards, $10 for 10 cards. You did the mailboxes too, Rachel, fun. Oh, I have such good memories of that. I made a car one year and the trunk open, and that's where people put their cards. My dad helped with that one. Or maybe you did, Mom? I don't know, maybe both of you. It's a team effort. Okay, so this is the next suite. This gets into just more of the spring theme. You'll see lots of flowers in this catalog. My favorite suite actually is a floral suite. We'll get to that. But this one's lovely too, the Hydrangea Hill suite. One of the special elements of this, I'm always talking about paper because I'm a paper person. I know it's called Stampin' Up, so it's a lot about stamps, but it's stamps, ink, and paper are the kind of core products, and paper is definitely the thing I get most excited about. So this has, what's it called? Mercury Glass Designer Acetate. So it's this paper here. It's two different, well, I guess a purple and a pink. I was going to say two different purple shades. But it's Highland Heather and Rococo Rose on one side, and then it's silver on the other side, and it looks like one of those old-fashioned antiqued mirrors. You like this, Mom? Good to know. So yeah, beautiful suite. They're really all beautiful, but of course I have my favorites, and I will let you know those, like I said. All right, next up, we get into Easter. So starting on page 22, get into some of the Easter stamp sets. Some that are maybe more for kids and some maybe more for adults, or hey, whatever you like. You guys, if you know me, which I think you all do, you know my inner child is strong. So I fully support that if that's you too. All right. So this suite I really like. This is the Dandy Garden Suite. Renee, I know you've done a lot with this one already. It's very much like, reminds me at least of botanical prints, which I've always really liked the style of. So even though it has insects in it, which you guys know I don't like, it has big dragonflies and bees and ladybugs, but I really like the style of it a lot. Here's the little ladybug embellishments. You can see the punch does the dragonflies, but there's some beautiful laser cut paper in this. I know it's hard to see with the light, especially because it's white paper, but laser cut or die cut makes these really delicate designs in the paper that you couldn't do with scissors unless you were like, I don't know, a master origamist. Is that a word? Origami master. I really love the paper in this. Again, great colors in this suite. So every suite will have a little key and it'll tell you the focus colors, but then there may be other colors as well, and when you buy the item, it'll always list the colors on it so you'll know what coordinates best. All right, moving right along. Any questions so far? Keep the questions and comments coming. Love to see you guys out there. What's next? Oh! Okay, so as into this as I have been for the last few years. My husband is very not into it. He tries to be supportive, but it's just not his thing, which is fine. But I found a stamp for him, and those of you who know Nick are going to get, I think, a good laugh out of this because I did. So this is the Brushed Bloom stamp set. Wouldn't normally have really looked twice at it. It's fine, but not a favorite. However, let's paint the town as long as I'm home by 9 o'clock. And actually, when I read that to Nick, we added that if it was Nick's stamp, there would be parentheses underneath and it would say, actually, let's just not go home, or let's not go out at all. Let's stay home. I messed it up, but you know what I mean. Okay, hope you guys are getting a good laugh out about that. Okay, here it is. This was my birthday present to myself, thanks to several people on here's gifts. So my mom, my sister, Rachel. This is what I put your money towards. The Fine Art Floral Suite. Now, people say there's flowers upon flowers upon flowers. And I get it. You can only have so many flowers, but this, I could have had every other flower in Stampin' Up! History, and I would have bought this suite, I think. I love this suite. I love art and crafts. And it just reminds me of beautiful gallery work. So this is all of the items, but I can show you up close because I have them all. I bought the whole suite, which I usually don't let myself do, but I did this time. So this is the Art Gallery Photopolymer stamp set. So we've got the photopolymer stamps, which are the clear, make it really easy to see where you're putting them. And then the cling stamp sets, which are like on rubber. And then this also comes, if you buy the bundle, save 10% with the Floral Gallery dies. Cuts out the floral images you see here, plus this great sentiment, which I'll show you on some samples I have here in a moment. So that's the bundle, stamp set and dies. This is the embossing folder, which I actually haven't played with yet. But it's called the Painted Texture Embossing Folder. Mom, this reminds me of your palette knife art that you've been doing, which, by the way, she's a natural at. I think that's where I get my proclivity towards this. That's the right word, right? So that will give this texture to your paper. This is the paper. So what you're seeing here, get the name right, this is the Fine Art Floral Designer Series paper. Beautiful, colorful flowers. And then on top of that, you're seeing the Golden Garden Designer Specialty Acetate. So again, acetate is clear, and it has this gold outlining, which lays on top of the Designer Series paper. So they go together. Stampin' Up! Has always been good at coordination. That's one of their hallmarks of their company. Coordination better than you get at other craft stores. That's part of the reason I love them and invest in them. But they have taken it to another level with this catalog, with this as an example, and then another example I'll show you with another suite later. But if you want to see all this paper, because there are 12 designs, 12 designs. 2 of each double-sided design. Yeah, 12 sheets. Okay, yeah, so there's 12 designs? 6 designs. I always get this part confused. If you want to see them all and see how many there are, I have a video unboxing this and everything else I'm showing you from these new catalogs. And I go through each sheet of paper. And so those are already up on all my social media, but I can repost them after this so that they're easy to access for you. So enough about the paper. This suite has ribbon, which is very hard to see in the catalog, so hopefully you can see it a little better in person or in video here. I find in person it's a lot shinier than it looked in the catalog. In the catalog it just looked kind of canvas-like, and that is the base color, but then it has, hopefully you can see the light catching real shiny, shimmery gold running through that. I don't think it's even picking up as well in the video as it does in person. And it's really soft. I would think the metallic would make it kind of stiff, but it's great. That I haven't used on my projects yet, which you'll see in a minute, but this I have. So this is a brand new product. I love when Stampin' Up! Comes out with new stamps, new paper, even new ink colors sometimes. When they come out with a totally new product they've never sold before, that's the most exciting thing to me. So I think maybe they've had this before my time with Stampin' Up!, but this is called Heat and Stick Powder. It's a lot like embossing powder. You use it similarly, but it basically creates an adhesive all over wherever you've sprinkled it. You have to use a heat tool to activate it, but that allows you to use this. This is, let me get it right, gilded leafing. So it's gold leaf. I thought it was going to come in something this size. Look at the size of this thing. It's a lot of leafing. I could gold leaf every project I do from now until forever, I think. So let me show you some projects I've made. I've done one of every size card. I'm glad you liked the flower one, Mom. And she's hinting to one of the ones coming up. There's a shell one coming up. Okay. So this is a little mini 3x3 card. It uses this sheet of DSP, which is my favorite. That's why I'm showing it to you. So in the background, maybe you can see all the different colored flowers. And this is the die I was talking about. So it cuts out just want to say. And this is actually the negative space that I just reused for another little card. So just wanted to say, or sorry, just want to say thank you. So that's a little 3x3. Then this is a card I'll actually be demonstrating this weekend on one of my Facebook groups for demonstrators, but I'll also post it on my YouTube channel. So if you want to learn how to make this, this is the Shadowbox Notecard. So as you can see, once again, it says this time with the positive cutout, the just want to say, and hopefully you can see the paper looks like it's kind of been wiped with paint with a palette knife. So just want to say, you are lovely. And then this is almost like, supposed to be like a frame around this beautiful piece of art, and you can see it's kind of a shadow box, so it's got some depth there. And then you could write a message on the back. You can even add a white piece if you wanted to, but this is nice light color. So you can get this plus another note card out of one sheet of cardstock. So this is my other little note card. Again, use the negative space. Just want to say, catch the light. There we go. I'm thinking of you. Maybe that's backwards. Sorry if it is. So you can get both of those out of one sheet of paper. If any of you, I know my mom and sister and Renee actually were all at my October event. We did bay window cards. So I created a bay window gallery card. So this is supposed to be like you're at an art gallery and you're walking through looking at the beautiful art. You've got your pink flower, your red flower, your yellow flower, your pink flower again. So it's a series. that the artist did. This one is out on a frame. And if you open it up, you can tell I love that die. Another just want to say, you are lovely. I feel like You Are Lovely goes so well with this because it's such lovely paper, but there's some great, really just great sentiments in this stamp set. So if you're looking for a really versatile set with great sentiments, this one's it. Or it's one of them because it has I miss you, happy birthday, congratulations, good luck, sorry, best wishes, and the other ones you've seen on my project so far. All right, so this is the last card. This one uses the gold leafing. This is called a split panel card. So I've used a retired die and embossing folder, but you could also just cut a rectangle with our rectangle dies, stitched rectangle dies, or even just with a paper trimmer, cut a rectangle in it, and then you've got this beautiful frame that you can use the gilded leafing on. And this card opens like this and just has the You Are Lovely inside there. So those are a few samples. Hopefully you can see some of the backs of the paper have this beautiful like lattice work, a couple different designs of that on there. So that is the Fine Art Floral Suite. Thanks, Mom. Yeah, Renee, you like the just want to say, yeah, it's so helpful. All right, I'm noticing that I'm going really long, so I'm going to start speeding through because I wanted it to be done by 9. I was worried I wouldn't fill the time, and now I'm worried I will go overtime. So, just want to point out another really versatile set. This is the Many Messages set on page 35, and you can see how many sentiments you get. And if you have a die cutting machine and you can get the die, again, bundle for 10% off, you can cut out all of these at once because this is one big stamp. So you can stamp them all at once in one go and then die cut them all out at once, and then you have, I don't even know how many there are, more than a dozen sentiments ready to go on cards, so you're all set. Again, really efficient, really smart design by Stampin' Up. All right, I bet we have another suite coming up. Oh, before we get to, oh, yep, wait, skipping things. Okay, yes, next suite. So this is the one I thought would be my mom's favorite. Maybe I was wrong. Maybe it's mine too. I know it is fancy, isn't it, Christine, the gold. Okay, this is the Sand and Sea suite, and I love everything about it. It makes me want to be back in Florida. For those of you in Florida, maybe it feels like home. So the thing I want to point out about this suite, this is the other one I was mentioning with just the crazy coordination Stampin' Up is taking it to another level. So you have the stamp set. So you could stamp your images, then you could die cut out those images, and then you could run them through an embossing folder, and that would give them texture. So hopefully you can see this sample here. It has been stamped in different colors. It has been die cut out, so you can see the background of the card through it, and then it has been embossed to give it texture, so if you could feel it, you'd feel the ridges on the shells. So 3 things coordinating just beautifully there. All right. So this, you'll see why I marked when we get to the Sale-A-Bration Catalog here in a few minutes. This stamp set is called Sweet Strawberry, and it goes perfectly with one of the freebies from the Sale-A-Bration. So I also love that it has some puns like, that was so sweet of you, happy birthday, you sweet thing. I love punny things. And also I think might coordinate with the small blooms punch because you have these little flowers in here. I haven't checked that, but you know, just some pretty flowers in addition to the berries. So remember that, keep that in mind when we get to Sale-A-Bration. All right, another really cute suite. So this is called Ice Cream Corner, and this one's been really popular already. I love the sprinkles. That's literally what they're called, the little embellishments there. So here you can see the stamp set. This one comes with a punch, so if you don't have a die cutting machine to use dies, punches are a great tool. A little less of an investment, but they can let you do all sorts of things, like not only cut out what looks like an ice cream cone, but if you flip this upside down, that could be a teddy bear head wearing a birthday hat. So there's always more uses than what you first see or what Stampin' Up even intends. All right. So this is another really cute set. I love kind of meta sets that, you know, let you craft with crafty things or craft themed things. You think Christine might like the ice cream, yeah. This one is all about sending mail, which of course is one of the things we do a lot with Stampin' Up's products is create cards and gift packaging and other things too, certainly home decor and so on, but cards is a real staple. So this is called the Snail Mail Suite. You can see all these cute little envelopes, and I love the little mailbox they made. This suite, as well as that first one, the what was it called? Love You Always suite. Those are going to coordinate really well with this month's Paper Pumpkin, which again, my event for is the 4th Saturday of the month, January 23rd. So it's a loved themed kit. It's all about sending hearts. So it's going to be black and white, again classy, and then pink and red patterns and lots of heart embellishments. We only get the sneak peek, so it'll be a little bit of a surprise, but that's what we know so far. And so if you're interested in that, you have to sign up by the 7th. So today's the 5th, so by Thursday, let me know if you're interested. All right, all right. Speaking of craft-themed crafts, this one's very craft-themed. It's called Handmade for You, and I wanted to point this out because it has this copyright Stampin' Up stamp in it. That allows you to sell anything you make with Stampin' Up's images on it. You just stamp that somewhere on the project, and then you can sell it for profit. So there's only a couple stamp sets that do that. It's called the Angel Policy. There's one in the annual catalog, and now there's this one on page 56. Okay, a few more things before we move on to Sale-A-Bration. I wanted to show you that the catalog has a lot of inspiration in and of itself. It'll show what's called Step It Up projects. So you can see there's like the simplest version, and then it steps up a little bit, and then it steps up a little more. So whether you're a beginner or a casual or an avid crafter, you get some inspiration there. Rachel, you're interested in the event? I thought you might be busy that day with wedding stuff. But if you're not, I would love to have you. Let me know. If not, maybe February or March's event. I'm going to do at least January, February, March, and then we'll see if we can continue from there. All right. This is the Well-Suited Suite. It's a bit of a tongue twister. It's often hard to make masculine, traditionally masculine projects, but this suite is really good for that. But I've also seen it do some traditionally feminine things, like turning this dresswear for men into dresswear for women. But a really cool idea, because I love creating things out of paper that look like other things. So this obviously looks like suits and things. So that's really fun. Really good for the men in your life in particular. Okay, so now we've come to my favorite item in the new catalog, these blending brushes. Now unfortunately I haven't gotten to play with these yet, but I opened them earlier. So you get 3 for $12, which is quite a deal. These have kind of become all the rage in crafting from what I understand, and Stampin' Up came out with their own. And I was very surprised because all of the blending tools I've used in the past are sponges. So I expected this to be like a white sponge, kind of like a makeup sponge, but it's a brush. It has actual bristles. I don't know if you can see that, my finger going into it. It's so soft. But those create the most subtle, easy blends of colors to create your own backgrounds and things like that, from what I understand, from what I've seen online. So I'm really excited to play with those myself. Yeah, I'm sorry you won't be able to make it to that one, Rachel, but next one, maybe next one. And you could always get the kit and we could do it together another time. That's something to think about. If you like the idea of kind of a love-themed kit, Rachel's in love, so I wouldn't be surprised. All right, the back of this catalog just reminds you that there's obviously a lot more product in the annual catalog. Hey, Julia. Wonderful, I'm so glad you made it. So glad you made it. Sorry, I was reading your comment about how you got on. So yes, don't forget that a lot of what you're seeing here coordinates with all of what's still available in the annual catalog, and that's gonna go until, they're changing it this year, so I wanna make sure I get it right. I'm looking at it right here. I believe it goes till June. Correct me if I'm wrong, Renee. They're changing up their timing this year, so I believe it goes till end of May, and then beginning of June, we switch to the new catalog. All right, something that was announced in the annual catalog but hasn't been available until now, it's available today, is this mini, let me get the name right, Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. So this is what you use for dies and those embossing folders that create texture. This is a mini version, so not everything will fit in it. A lot of the dies will. Some special, like half-sized embossing folders will, but it's also half the price of the big machine. So if you're just starting out or you're on a budget like I am, that can be a good option. You just have to watch what will fit in it or not. And then, oh, the very next page, so some references. Page 75, this shows all the bundles, so all those stamp and tool combos that are gonna save you 10%, and also some great additional project samples so you can get inspiration. So that's a great place to look. And then that catalog at a glance I mentioned at the very beginning of the table of contents. So you can see the thumbnails here. It shows you all the stamp sets, all the paper, all the kits, all the tools. I'll all the embellishments, everything in a real quick view. So that's great. If you're like, where was that thing? You can find it easily. All right, and then quickly I want to tell you guys, let me check my time. Whew, yeah, okay, I'm doing all right. I sped up, so that's good. Quickly, I want to tell you about hosting and joining. I almost did it again and said hoisting. Hosting and joining. And we'll talk more about this with Sale-A-Bration because there's some additional things to keep in mind that are only available January, February with Sale-A-Bration. But if you ever want to place an order yourself of $150 or more, or if you can or don't want to do that, that's fine. If you want to get together a group of friends and combine your orders, if it gets to $150, whether it's you or you and some friends, then you start to earn rewards as the host. So rewards start at 10% of the total order. So a $150 order would be $15, because that's 10% of $150, right? So $10 in free product of your choice from any of the current catalogs. And it goes up from there. So that's just something to keep in mind as you're ordering, or again, if you want to get a group of people together to order. And then if you join Stampin' Up, which really, that can intimidate people. So what I want to say is if you just buy a Demonstrator Starter Kit, because that's all you have to do. You don't then have to be a demonstrator. You don't have to try to run a business. You don't even have to keep up with sales yourself. You can just sign up to get the Demonstrator Kit, which is $99, and you get $125 worth of product. So right there, you're saving 20%. You then, for as long as you are a demonstrator, continue to get at least that as a discount, and it can go up. Also with your kit of, again, product you choose, you get business supplies, which you may or may not want, and that's fine. You also get a free paper pumpkin, and you also get some additional free things during Sale-A-Bration. So like I said, we'll talk about that in a minute. I think that might be all in this catalog. I have a couple more Post-its. Let me see what I'm forgetting. Okay, page 90 is just another good reference. There are some symbols throughout the catalog, and this is a little key to them. One I really like is the clock symbol, because that tells you that these projects are quicker. So if you want to make multiples, like if you're making stationery, or we just had Christmas, people do a lot of Christmas cards, but maybe you're doing your birthday cards for the year or something and you want to keep it quick and easy, that's a good symbol to look for. So that's a good reference on page 90. And then page 91 talks a little bit more about the paper pumpkin kit. So it just breaks down how that works, which we talked about earlier. Okay. So that's the mini catalog. One down, one to go. That's the big one though. The next one is like a 1/10 of the size of that. Free shipping. Yes, thank you, Renee. On the demo kit, you do get free shipping. So you're also saving that, because normally you would pay $6.95 or 10%, whatever's more for shipping. So yeah, these prices all then are added. They don't include, so then you add the shipping and the tax. But not on that demo starter kits. That's another great deal. Okay, Sale-A-Bration. If you weren't here at the beginning, keep in mind this is the annual sale. It used to be once a year, now it's twice a year. So we're going to have it, it starts today, January 5th, through the end of February, so February 28th. And then we'll have it again midsummer. But it'll be new products. So these next couple months are the only time you can earn these freebies. And here's how you earn them. I love that you guys are talking about paper pumpkin. Those are so great. Paper pumpkin's a great way to earn these. I said I'd come back to that. Don't let me forget. Okay, so in general, the way you earn Sale-A-Bration products, which we're going to go through in a minute, is to spend either $50 or $100, and that's before shipping and tax. So for every $50 you spend, you get to choose a completely free item. And again, these are exclusive. The only way you can get them is by earning them over the next couple months. If you spend $100, then there are a couple special, extra special freebies that you can earn. So we'll take a look at those now. The reason I say paper pumpkin's a great way to earn them is because if you buy, for instance, the 3-month prepaid paper pumpkin, that's $63 because they're $21 a month. You start getting discounts on them at the 6 and 12-month prepaid. But if you just get the 3-month for $63, you get a free Sale-A-Bration item. And then you come to my classes for the next 3 months. There you go. All right, so we talked about how you earn them. First up, this is the first freebie. I'm going to try to hold it close so you can see. This is called the Paper Blooms Designer Series paper. So it's just as much paper as you get if you bought something from the annual or the mini catalog. You get 12 sheets, 2 each of 6 double-sided designs, which you can see here. And there is a typo in the catalog, so when you're looking at the PDF, or if you want the hard copy or you win the hard copy with the scavenger hunt, just know that this coordinates with the In Bloom bundle from the mini catalog. So there's a typo there. It mentions a different bundle. But you can earn that paper. You can also earn stamp sets. So here's the first, see if I can get in here with it. Here's the first stamp set you can earn. It's called Darling Donkeys. And on this page it shows you what you could order, just as an example, to coordinate with this stamp set and then earn it for free. So they've put together this Darling Donkeys project collection. So you'd spend $62.25, you get all the products you see here from the other catalogs, and then you would earn the stamp set I'm pointing to off camera for free. I can't fit in. Ooh, I just need to back up. Oh, but then you can't see. We'll work it. As I go through here, I want to know which ones are your favorites. I'll tell you mine, okay? We haven't gotten there yet. Another stamp set is this Approaching Perfection stamp set. It's a birthday stamp set, and it has some really funny stamps. It's got a good sense of humor, this one. So my favorite is this one here. Looks like you'd find it in a newspaper. It says, "Newsflash, birthdays found to be good for your health. Studies show that people who have more birthdays live the longest." Think about that. It's true. But there's some other good ones in here too. Like, the bad news is I forgot your birthday. The good news is I forgot your age. Or, so what if you're a year older? You're fabulous. Or, if things really do get better with age, then you're approaching perfection, hence the name of the stamp set. And then some good birthday images in there too. Here's some more paper. I really like this paper. It's actually not my favorite. There's one I like even more, but this is probably my second favorite. And there's no limit to how many of these you can earn, by the way. So if you spend $150, you could choose 3 of the $50 items, or one of the $100 items and a $50 item. Your choice. You could earn them all. You can earn multiples. And they won't sell out, which has been something that's happened in the past because it's so popular, because they're all made in the US. So there won't be any issues with shipping and manufacturing. So this is the Oh So Ombre Designer Series paper. So you have 4 colors. Again, it's always double-sided, so 2 designs. And one side just fades from light to dark of the color. The other side has these little kind of open dots, polka dots. So really versatile paper, great for backgrounds and things. Okay, this is my favorite stamp set of the Sale-A-Bration catalog. It's called the Corner Bouquet, and I got it. So as a demonstrator, I get early access. I was able to pre-earn some things. Hey, Bethany, welcome. Bethany, let us know what you've gotten and what you like. We went through the mini and now we're talking Sale-A-Bration, so I'd love to hear your thoughts too. And Renee, I didn't mention that earlier. Renee's gotten a lot already as well, so I'd love you both to chime in. But this is my favorite stamp set from Sale-A-Bration, the Corner Bouquet, and you can see why it's called that. Probably the best sample of this I've seen is right here in the catalog. I really like, and it's right on the fold, of course, so I hope you can see that. Right here, they've colored the background of the card, kind of like a rainbow with the yellow, pink, and blue, and then they've stamped, it's really hard to see with this light, sorry, but they've stamped in white that floral stamp, and I just think it's really beautiful. You can see they've also used some of the fine art floral that I love so much from the mini catalog in these samples. So yes, this is a cling stamp set, so I showed you a photopolymer earlier. These are the cling, so they're rubber, and then they get a sticker on the back side, which I haven't mounted yet, so you know what you're placing where. So that was totally free for me. Very exciting. This I think is also very beautiful, very elegant, the Heal Your Heart stamp set. So this is more of a sympathy stamp set, although it has some versatility. The only item you didn't get is Corner Bouquet, Bethany? I hope I just sold you on it. You'll have to let me know. Hey, Heather. Hey, Heather, oh my gosh, I just had to do a double take. So good to see you. Oh my gosh, old friend. Okay. So the sentiments in this one are, we're in this together. I can't promise to always fix your problems, but I can promise you won't ever face them alone. I think that's a good one, and there's really not much else to say other than I'll be with you. They're sorry for your loss. I don't know what I would do without you. Wishing I could heal your heart, and thank you. So really beautiful script. Hopefully you can see that there. Again, these are all free. Now this is my favorite paper of the Sale-A-Bration catalog. I actually haven't ordered it yet, but it's next. So this is the Flower and Field Designer Series paper, and I just love, I don't know if anyone else likes Vera Bradley. A little shout out to Vera. I like Vera Bradley, and this totally reminds me of it. In fact, it'd be really cute to make like little paper purses out of it. I just thought of that. I think we still have those dies that they make purses. Ooh, I have to look into that. And this is another one of those product collections or project collections that Stampin' Up! Has put together just to make it easy for you. If you want to earn this paper for free and have some coordinating product ready to use with it, with some samples right here to get inspiration from, you could get this Flower and Field project collection. So for $62.50, you get all the products you see here from the other catalogs, get the paper for free, and you're good to go. All right, just a couple more here. Now these are the ones where you have to spend $100. So far, you only have to spend $50. Oh, thank you, Heather. Miss you. And oh good, Bethany says we do still have the dies for purses. So far you only have to spend $50 before shipping and tax to earn any of those items. Again, your choice for free. These next couple, you have to spend $100 because they're a little more special. Or even more special, I should say. The other ones are too. But this is a touch of ink, and this is what's called two-step stamping. It may also be distinctive, which is where it just creates a little more depth with the stamp itself. So you have to do less work to make it look good. But two-step stamping is where you have the outline like this hummingbird, and then you have the coloring in, so that you could just color this in like with colored pencils, like adult coloring books. But you could also just stamp it with ink and be done. And it's almost like a watercolor again with that kind of distinctive finish. So that's a beautiful stamp set. I just noticed I'm probably holding some of these off camera as I look at them myself, so sorry about that. You've got the bird, flowers, the butterfly. This one says best wishes, thank you so much, hope, thinking of you, love, hello friend. Just beautiful. And there's some other samples. I particularly like this one where they've colored in the hummingbird. I love birds, as you guys know, since I'm a bird. B-Y-R-D. All right. And then this is the deal of the Sale-A-Bration Catalog. So hopefully I haven't lost you. I see we've actually gained some people. Welcome, welcome. Tell us you're here. Hey, Lisa, so glad you're here. Feel free to comment. You can always go back and watch the rest on replay and comment then too, and I'll comment back. It's a lot more fun when we're talking through it, I think, not just me talking through it. But this is the deal of the Sale-A-Bration Catalog. So if you spend $100, you can get this basically bundle. You get a stamp set, and you get the Designer Series paper. So I got it. By the way, this is called the Berry Blessings stamp set. This goes with the strawberry one that we talked about in the mini catalog, right? Now you've got raspberries and blueberries. You got a whole garden. And then some more puns. So wishing you the very best. Bountiful blessings. You always have a way of making my day. So just some other versatile ones as well. So that came for free with the Designer Series paper. So this is 12 by 12. Some of them are 6 by 6, but then you'll still get just as much because you'll get 48 sheets of 6 by 6 instead of 12 sheets of 12 by 12, which if you work it out is the same amount of paper. But if you want to see this, like I said, I have unboxing videos to show you each page of it, each double-sided design, which of course you can see here too, but if you want to see them big, you can watch my video, which I'll repost, but it's all here already. This is my favorite pattern, so you can see some of them are more subtle. Like this almost looks like mosaic to me. It doesn't have to be berries. So yeah, I'm glad you like that, Mom. You get it for free. So that is all of the free items. However, there's still a couple free deals to be had. So remember we talked about hosting. If you or a group of people you get together spend $150 or more, you start to earn rewards, your choice of free product. If you and, again, maybe some friends get together and you spend $300 or more, as part of Sale-A-Bration, not only do you earn the Sale-A-Bration freebies, like say you're $100 of that, you could get one $100 item or two $50 items. You as the host will also get this stamp set, which is a really good one. I sometimes think the host sets just aren't as exciting, but this one's really good, really versatile. It's called the Punch Party, and that's because it coordinates with 3 of our punches. So you can see the heart here goes with the heart punch. Hopefully you can see this is like a postage stamp. That goes with our postage stamp punch. And then, oh, and I should say the heart punch pack. So there's 2 hearts actually in the punch, I guess. Or two punches, 1 of each heart. Renee, you would know, you have it. And then the oval punch. So those don't come with this, but they coordinate if you already have them or you want to get them. That could be part of what you buy to earn this. But again, spend $300 or with your friends spend $300 and you get the stamp set. It also says happy birthday, bravo, hope you feel better really soon, heartfelt thanks for everything, I'm sorry for you. Oh baby, you are already loved more than you know. That's sweet. You make my heart happy, sending you smiles for every moment of your special day. So really versatile. And you don't need the punches. You could always fussy cut these things out or just stamp them on the paper. I'm glad you like the fruit one too, Lisa. Maybe that'll be your freebie. I know you're thinking of getting some things. Let me know. All right. Here's the additional Sale-A-Bration bonus for joining. So we talked earlier about if you buy the Demonstrator Starter Kit for $99, you get $125 of product of your choice, free shipping, as Renee reminded me, business supplies, which you don't have to use because you don't have to start a business. You don't even have to keep it going. You can just get the kit and that can be it. You also get a free paper pumpkin kit. And then during Sale-A-Bration, you get 200 sheets of DSP, Designer Series paper, which you can see here. So again, double-sided designs. You get 5 stacks because we have 5 color collections right now. It actually says 6 in here, but that's another typo because you're not going to get the new color collection that comes out this summer with the new annual catalog. But these are the designs from the next annual catalog. So you're getting product before it's been released, months before it's been released. And again, 200 sheets total. So you'll have every single color that is currently running in Stampin' Up's catalogs. Really good deal. So that is, again, just January through February if you're interested in getting that demo starter kit. And lastly, you've got your inspiration here again. So social media, don't forget to follow Stampin' Up on YouTube, Pinterest, Facebook, Instagram if you want more of what to make. I use the Pinterest a lot. I'll search, Stampin' Up Berry Blessings and see what people are doing with this stamp set. Or Stampin' Up Very Delightful Designer Series papers, see what people are doing with that paper. And then I also watch tutorials on YouTube a lot. And like I said, I have all those same social media and more. You can follow me like you're following along on this Facebook for more. So that's both catalogs. Just a couple other things before I let you go. So I mentioned prizes earlier. So I'll be posting, like I said, hopefully tonight, if not hopefully tomorrow. I'll be posting very soon both PDFs of both catalogs, as well as my catalog scavenger hunts, which are just a fun way to go through. And I've answered, I think, every question on the scavenger hunt in this video. So if you've been watching or if you go back and watch again, you'll get a lot of hints, even answers. And if you submit those to me, just send them to me in a private message on Facebook so not everyone sees your answers and cheats off of you. Then you'll be entered for every correct answer. You'll be entered to win one of the catalogs, a hard copy of one of the catalogs, okay? So there's that. And then for every order dollar this month, so until January 31st, I didn't think about how many days are in this month, until January 31st, if you place an order through me, then you can also earn what I am calling, and I'm logging into my computer to get the information on this, but I'm calling it a year of cards. So you would win a year of cards from me. Now let me explain what that means. Like many things, there's fine print. So the fine print is this. That would be 12 cards. I'm sorry, I'm shaking the camera again. Get excited. 12 cards, so one for each month of the year. And they would have multiple sentiments for you to choose from for whatever occasions you are celebrating, whether it's a season or a holiday, or even just a thinking of you, because we can always use those cards, right? So 12 cards to whoever wins the drawing. And again, if I didn't mention this already, order dollars equal entries. So say you spend $50 before shipping and tax, you earn your choice of a free Sale-A-Bration item, plus you're entered 50 times to win a year of cards. So again, get your orders in as soon as possible, but by January 31st, because I'll be placing the order February 1st and posting the scavenger hunts to see what the answers were, and announcing the winners for both the catalog prize and the year of cards. So if you're placing an order, I'll have instructions on how to do that on Facebook, again with this post, or you're welcome to ask. Basically, you just go to stampinup.com, and then the host code for this month of January, is going to be, ready for it, it's gibberish letters. Here we go. C as in cat, H as in Hannah, M as in Minnie, D as in dog. I was going to try to make them craft themed, but I gave up. X as in X-ray, good thing I gave up. E as in egg, R as in Renee, and E as in egg, okay? So CHMDXERE. I'll post that as well, but that's your host code. That automatically links it to me as your demonstrator and to this month's order. So I hope you guys have had fun watching along. I've certainly loved having you. I'm sorry if I've missed some of your comments. I'll go back through and read them. And again, if you're watching this on replay, comment and I'll reply whenever you have a chance to watch it. Feel free to share it. I'll be posting it on, it's already on Facebook. I'll be posting it on YouTube and sharing it that way as well. If you see it on there, I'd love it if you'd like it, comment, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. That really helps me out a lot. I just really appreciate you guys being here. I don't want to say goodbye, but I guess I won't ramble on. So thank you, thank you, thank you. I so appreciate you all. I hope you're having a happy new year so far, and I'll look forward to seeing you again soon, hopefully. Oh, someone asked to repeat the host code, so real quick again, that's CHMDXERE. All right, thank you, and thank you for the affirmation, Mom. Such a good mom. All right, bye, y'all.